We hear you. We hear you. You're on.
Yeah, you hear me? Yeah, uh, could I ask you a question? Maybe
Sure.
for some advice,
Yeah.
possibly.
If I can
So
help you,
my
sure.
mom is got inflammation in her body, and the doctors don't know where it's coming from. She's seen a rheumatologist, and they've got negative tests, or this negative test for rheumatoid arthritis. They don't know where the inflammation is coming from. They say possibly it's coming from her back from a slip disc. They don't know, but inflammation is bad in her body, and it's crazy. They giving her all kind of meds. It's giving her like high blood pressure, and I don't know what can I, what could you do for inflammation? Like I've been, I don't know, man, garlic, lemon. I don't know. I know you got all these remedies. Like you got these beautiful videos. So I was just wondering. I know we got to find what the root cause is, but I was just wondering maybe something that could help reduce the symptoms, possibly.
Well, the first thing I would tell you to do, or her to do, or anyone to do, is before you tackle a symptom, you want to find out what she's doing to herself first. Okay, meaning her diet, her nutrition, the food that's going in her body. If the food that's going in her body is inflammatory, then what you're doing is like chase a dog chasing its tail. You're going to keep running around in circles. It's never going to be resolved. So the first question is, okay, obviously you're not her, and you may not know the answer. Is I like to know what her diet's like, what she eats, her typical diet. Does she eat a lot of cereals? Does she eat a lot of rice? Does she eat pasta a lot? These are the foods you want to look at because these are all inflammatory foods. These excessive sugars is inflammatory. The next thing is if she's toxic in her gut. In other words, the first thing that I would tell anyone to do with inflammation is build your flora, build the probiotics in your gut. Because if she is eating lots of processed, refined, or even poorly saturated fats, and she's not building the flora, and she may have like candida in her system and not even know it, that could be causing inflammation because of the excessive sugars. Remember, a lot of microorganisms feed on sugars. Okay. So we need to make sure number one, is her gut strong? Is it flourishing? Is she eating fermented foods? Is she taking probiotics? Is she getting her kefir, her yogurts? Because if your gut is unhealthy, here's the answer for you. You're going to have gas. You're going to have distension. You're going to have constipation. You're going to have cramping. You're going to have maybe IBS. You're going to have acid reflux. So my question for you is: you go to her and you say, "Are you having any of these symptoms right now?" And most likely she is. Okay, because when someone's inflammatory, usually it's from a poor gut. Okay. Now I can tell you, I can give you a dozen different things to take from black seed oil to turmeric to boswellia to ginger to there's many things that you can do to reduce inflammation, but more important than an external nutrient or dietary type of supplement is that you need to go back to your own diet. Okay, another thing that's very important, all right, as Della says, dairy. All right. If she's too much dairy, too much milk, dairy products, cheese, that's another thing that could be inflammatory. Another thing could be possible gluten. All right. Maybe she's gluten intolerant. Maybe they haven't checked it. So there's different things that can affect us. All right. Now, stay right there. What I'm going to do for you, because I like to do this, I have a very bright, bright, bright audience out there in the chat room. Very bright. They're good. All right. I got to be
Okay.
real careful what I say because they'll cut my neck off if I say the wrong thing. All right.
Okay.
All right. Let's go back to the audience and give us some reasons or what you think possibly she could do. Maybe you've had these inflammation conditions throughout your body. What has helped you? All right. Celery juice has been helpful for a lot of people. All right. Here's a person here that mentions acidic. Test her pH if she's too much sugar. Well, we're not going to go there. Autoimmune disease, which I highly doubt. This person is saying test for Lyme disease, which I highly doubt. I'm going more into the nutrition of what other people may recommend that might have had this similar condition, been to all kinds of doctors. Now, Vitamin D, there's no question. She's got to get on D. Everyone needs to get on D after the age of 40, 50 because we're not in the sun. Vitamin D is part of your immune system. Vitamin D is tremendously helpful. Plant-based diet for certain people could be very helpful. Again, but if she's eating too many grains, too much omega-6s, okay, too many grains can make it inflammatory. So I would recommend not only probiotics, as Happy Chick says, I would definitely recommend omega-3 fatty acids because it's one of the greatest things that we can take to reduce inflammation. Green tea is excellent. Green tea has great antioxidants. It will reduce inflammation. Here's a person saying liquid turmeric. Remember, these are people who have gone through the same thing what she's going through. So I want to share what other people are going through. Intermittent fasting can be helpful for her, where she may want to eat for the 8-hour window and then not eat for 16 hours. That's a good way of getting inflammation out. That's how our body goes through autophagy. All right. This person's recommending Manuka honey. Can be very helpful. But dandelion greens and teas. Dandelion is good, a good detoxifier. It's good for the liver. It's good for the kidneys. I actually like milk thistle. Silymarin, which is milk thistle, helps detoxify the kidneys. As easy as from maybe apple cider vinegar with just water, a lemon and water, those are all detoxifiers. So I'm throwing a lot out at you. Here's another very important thing. Bread. Bread is a big inflammatory. Okay? Fried chicken, but anything fried because of those trans fats. Those trans fats are not healthy. Mm-hmm. And again, any little bit of oxygen. So look through those. This person's mentioning moringa. Some people swear by moringa. But look through what these people are saying, and you'll learn a lot from them. But here is the key. Here's the key. I'm going to go right here. These people are right on it. Stop eating refined carbs. Eat more whole grains, yes. But the processed refined carbs, all your whites, you got to be aware of those whites, those sugars, those salts, and those flours. Those whites are very inflammatory. And I promise you that when you really clean up the diet, she's going to feel much better. And this is good that you come here because if you go anywhere else, you're not going to get it because they're just going to try to feed you with a supplement. It's like putting bad gas in a car and expecting it to run perfectly. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Here is my daughter, by the way. My daughter, she's tuning in Boston. She's in school right now to be a doctor of occupational therapy, and she's saying lemon and water. She's very smart. My daughter had some other issues, intestinal issues, and she's seen a whole bunch of different doctors. Let me tell you, she can be up here, and I'm going to put her up here with me. One of these programs, we're going to do it together. She knows her nutrition. She knows what's going on. She's had IBS, very bad IBS. She has a lot of colitis. She had a lot of conditions, and she's really got it under control now through proper diet. And that's why we got to really be aware of those sugars. Well, I know I talked a lot, but I'm doing this for everyone, not just for you. Remy, have a great day. Yeah. All right.
Thank you.
Share the good news. All right.